Oh, go on.
There, man.
There.
Take off them shirts, man. What you out there, man?
Don't upset yourself.
Take off them shirts, bro.
Old school.
You know what I mean? Take off that shirt, man.
Old school, brother.
I have to go draw for my shirt.
Listen, this is one of my first Liverpool tops, mate. Robbie Fowler.
No, look how thick the colour is. I can tell. The colour is thick, bro. Them old school t-shirts.
Don't hate, man. They're bringing it back.
I can tell you, man.
And it still fits all right, yeah?
Yeah, man. I feel good, man. Told you, still young, Vance. Yeah, young man.
You cut the sides to give room, you know. That's what it is.
I don't want to show man the back. You get me?
Oh, man. What's going on? You all right?
Nah, man. I'm good, man. Day's been good. Work.
It's been a long day, bro. Rachel's brother was got tested positive for coronavirus, isn't it? Today.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's a mad one, bro. So she was around him.
Okay.
So she might have to quarantine and everything as well. Might have to quarantine. But I done a test today and mine come back negative. And she done a test today and come back negative, isn't it?
But sure it ain't a bit too early, or is it all right?
That's what we're gonna do a test in a couple of more days, isn't it? To find out what it is. So
okay.
A couple of days we're gonna do another test and find out what's going on. But today's one was negative, so we're gonna find out in a couple of days. So,
all right.
Look, I was meant to I was meant to get Stacey down Jamaica on Monday. So I was meant to get him.
Oh, is it? Oh, wow.
Yeah, can't even get him now because
just in case. Yeah, just in case he gets it, then he can't travel as well. Yeah, so it's a bit of a mad one right now, bro. It's been a mad day, man. Mad day still. Bro, we're not the only one, man. You know what I mean?
I had a mad day as well, man.
Is it?
Yeah, because you know that. Don't know if you heard about that stabbing that happened in Shirley last week. Some 16-year-old, some boys ran up in the house and stabbed him in front of his mum and that.
Oh wow!
I know his dad in it, so his dad asked me to print some t-shirts for the thing, but he contacted me on Monday.
Yeah.
Said he needed it for Sunday.
Yeah.
So I told him the price. I didn't hear back to him. So I thought he couldn't afford it.
Yeah.
Then yesterday he come back to me. Yeah, I want it. I said, what?
That's typical, isn't it? That's typical.
Last minute rush.
You're killing me, man. I said I got things to do on the weekend, you know.
That's a crazy thing, bro.
I'm just mashing up my plans.
How many you got to do?
20.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
you got to pick it all out and all them things there, innit?
Yeah, and tomorrow I'm busy as well, man. Like Natalie's out for her friend's birthday for brunch.
Yeah.
And then it's my cousin's 40th. They're going out to eat at like 4 or 5 o'clock. So Saturday's a write-off. So tonight I think I'm just gonna be riding the whole night.
Well, boy, for me, it's been mad. Weekend, I've got 2 christenings. I've got I've got Tracy, one Christian's brethren, and then Sunday I've got Daniel's little daughter's christening on Sunday. So back to back, boy. Weekend's gonna be crazy. You know what I mean?
It's got to be done life, innit? That's what life is now, bruv.
Of course it is. You know what I mean? That's how it goes.
Yeah, life is crazy now, bruv. It's got to roll. It's got to sort of roll with it and work with it, kind of thing, innit? Still, that's how you got to do, man.
Boy, I don't know, man, because it's tiring.
Bruv, you know what? I don't even use that word no more. You know what I mean? I don't even use that word no more. It's like I'm so used to it, I don't even use it, innit?
I think that's the sort of thing that ages, man, bro. When you don't get enough sleep, bro, that ages, man, quick, bro. I'm thinking,
bro, agree.
I ain't get it.
That's why I got the cap on, because the cap's hiding.
Well, you man are lucky, bro. Man's airline gone a long time.
Man's guy, man. I'm just holding on. I'm just holding on a little bit.
I tell you the secret. Get your hair cut once a month. That's what you do. Once a month, proper. Your hairline.
Yeah. Two regular shave parts mess you up.
Regular, you get your hair cut every week, every 2 weeks. The hairline back. It's crazy. It's crazy. Once a month, and that's me, bro. You know what I mean? I ain't going nowhere anyway, so that's doesn't really matter. Keep the hat on and that's it, bro. That's what you got to do nowadays, man. Trust me.
Let's get this little thing popping off quick, and I know everyone's got stuff to do and whatnot. So welcome, lads. First little podcast man's trying to do. Let me just say thank you first and foremost. You know what I mean, for joining up and saying you take part, which is good, man. I mean, I like the concept, and obviously I'll explain to you guys of what it entails, and you lot seem like you bought into it, and it's hopefully it takes off and it does well, man. You know what I mean? It's the first of many, hopefully. You know what I mean? Fingers crossed. So, just first and foremost, just you know what I mean, introduce yourselves and just give us a little explanation of background, where you're from. You know what I mean? Where you grew up and whatnot. You know what I mean? So whoever wants to go first can go first.
Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah, Jamal. I ain't saying my age. I'm young, 21. 21 and change. Yeah, but yeah, grew up in South London, Brixton, mostly. Yeah, well, not mostly, all my life, Brixton, really. Yeah, got 2 children. Son 12, 13 this year. Just had another one. He's 6. This turned 6 months. Yes, so far going well until the sleeping part, but apart from that, everything's going well with it and everything. So yeah, can't really complain, man. Can't really complain. You know what I mean?
Cool. V?
Yeah, my name's Vance. Yeah, I've lived in Dulwich all my life, basically. Well, all my teen years until I've got with my wife. Yeah, grew up in Southeast London. I won't say my age either. I'm an 80s baby though. Yeah, I got 2 kids, 11-year-old daughter, and my son is 2.5 months. And as Jamal said, yeah, just fighting the sleepless nights, you know, where they're waking up hungry or got wind. Yeah, it's mad. Like, I can't lie, the first month and a half, I stayed in the spare room. I just got in the bedroom. Yeah, it's tough.
Leah?
Yeah, apologies.
Welcome, brother.
For the lateness. Yeah, I'm Leah. I'm 35. So I think I'm one of the younger members of the group.
I remember them times.
Yeah, 2 pitneys there. One boy is 5 years old, and my latest addition, the newest one to the family, is 6 months, going on 7 months now. So yeah, many sleepless nights. I was up until I think it was 4 a.m. yesterday. So mad.
Cool. Yeah, I'm Neil. I'm the vet boy. I've got 4 kids. Yeah. Oh, I mean that's where it's gone. Yeah. Got 4 kids. Oldest son is 17, going on 18. Got a 15-year-old. Well, will be 15 this August. Wow. A 7-year-old, and I just got my new addition, little man. He just turned 5 months. You know what I mean? I'm from Southeast London, SE15.
Yep.
Born and bred. Grew up in Peckham, and I grew up in Nunhead. Mostly my primary school years, I was in Nunhead, and then moved to Peckham. Well, yeah, literally start of secondary school. You know what I mean? So I grew up all my life there, and that's basically it, man. And now I'm back in the southern side. So I used to be in the sticks. Well, everyone used to tell me, "Oh, you're in the sticks, man. Can't come see you, man. You live far." But now, yeah, I'm back, man. You know what I mean? So let's get things started. Now everyone's introduced themselves. Obviously, I sent out the agenda in regards to the planning and the schedule, what's going to happen. Let me just read out the first question. As we're all fathers, come recently, what's the benefits of raising your son during this lockdown situation, if there's any?
Who's that to? Anyone?
Anyone can answer it. We're going to go around and it's going to go around, and you know what I mean?
For me personally,
yeah,
spending more time with the child. Basically, you get more time because you're not at work as much. You get to see the child grow up and witness the early stages of growing up, which I missed in my first one. Which my first one was working constantly. So some of the things that I'm doing now, I never do beforehand. So that's the benefit I'll see with the pandemic and everything that's going on right now, is I can spend more time with him and help out with the feeding at night and stuff like that, and waking up in the middle of the night and making her have a rest and stuff like that. It's things like that. I think it's a benefit during this time. That's one of the benefits still.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Anybody else?
With me, to be honest, the lockdown doesn't make a really difference because I still have to work through the lockdown and go into work, so it doesn't really make much of a difference. But I think where this is different to when I had my first child, I'm a bit more older now and a bit more settled. When I had my first child, I was still young and I was still trying to do everything. But now, obviously, man's a family man now, and I'm just more settled, so I can spend more time with my kids. And obviously this time I'm enjoying it more because I'm getting to see them more. And as you said, you can help out with the feeds, changing. And I like the hands-on to be able to like help out the missus, because I can see it's hard work for them, man. I don't know how they do it, to be honest. I would struggle. Trust me, like certain times I look at my missus and I'm thinking, wow, I can see she's knackered and she's still getting up.
Trust me, You actually have to take your hat off to them sometimes, man, because it's hard. Because even sometimes when I see him crying in the night and I'm thinking, I'm just about to get up, but she's already up. And you're like, wow. You know what I mean? So you go back, lay down, he's up again, and you're like, she's there again. You're like, oh my God, soldier. You know what I mean? And then she just cracks on for the rest of the day. You know what I mean? You're like, ain't you tired? Because I'm shattered. You know what I mean? I've got my little couple hours sleep, but I'm still tired. You know what I mean? But like I said, like what Jamal said and what Vance said, I can see the benefits definitely from the lockdown. Because when I had my first kids, I was at work. Obviously men don't really get that much time off with the maternity, so it's 2 weeks and you're back into work. So when I come home, I'm tired, she's tired, and you're trying to do that, but it's not working. You're not really getting that bond with your child, obviously, because you're not there all the time. So I find that now that I'm here, I'm hands-on, it's great. You know what I mean? You can see his first steps. Or, you know what I mean? Back in the day, she would be, Sarah just walked. And you're like, I miss you know what I mean? You're like, you miss that. Or you miss when she's giving him his first little food or spoonful of food, and you're missing that. You're like, oh, what am I missing? You're getting video, but it's not the same. Now you're here. It's like, oh my God, I can see that. Look, you can see he's smiling, he's giggling. You're seeing all that, which is brilliant, man. And I'm glad I'm seeing all this. You know what I mean? So that's what I can take from it. Is it has its benefits, and it also has its cons as well. So you know what I mean? It's like sometimes you just want to be like Vance, you're lucky to be. So I'm sorry to be saying like you can go to work. Because I'm at home.
Escape and run.
it's kind of tough. You know what I mean? Because obviously you just want to crack on with your work. You get up early and you want to finish early, but because you're doing stuff in between, you're like, oh my God, and now you got to drag on your work even longer. You want to finish at 5, but now you got to stay till 6:30. You're like, you know what I mean? That's what I would say. It has its pros and cons, but most of the pros for me, though. You know what I mean? What about yourself, Leah?
Yeah, man, just echoing what everyone's saying, man.
Yeah.
Time, man, the time that you get to spend. The first pitney I was at work. I was in contracting. I was doing mad hours, working till 11 p.m. Getting home at mad times. And this time around, I actually got let off work in January. So I had a whole nice stretch from January. I only just started a new job 2 weeks ago. So now I've just been spending time. I've been like a house husband.
It's been good though.
Yeah. It's been different. I've really been enjoying myself because it's been like, I've been, like you said, those moments that you cherished, seeing that little food, even giving him that little food. Like now, like I'm giving the moments, like I'm in that moment.
That's it.
I'm there now. That's like, I appreciate all that, you know. And like you said, you get to see what your queen does. Your queen's there raising the pitneys, and you're like, you don't even know, like you don't even know what they're going through. But now, because I'm home, I can see everything. I can see everything. I can see what she's doing. I'm like, rah, like this is what you're doing. Like while I'm out here working and whatever, I'm thinking I got it tough. I'm doing my work and then I'm coming home and I'm doing a little
little
1 hour, little thing, and then like I'm going on, but she's there, she's doing all that, she's organizing the two of them, getting one ready for school, trying to whilst feeding the other, all of that. It's just mad. The breastfeeding, all of this, it's just crazy, bro. I got newfound respect for my kids, and like I appreciate her a lot more. And like what Vance was saying about, like, you know, you get a bit older, you start to calm down, and you before you go out all the time, you're doing your thing, your boys, you're kicking ball, you're out, you're going out, parties here, there, everyone's just calling you saying, yeah, come here, come there, come there. Whereas now, I think it's just because it's just a calmer, it's a different vibe now. Like man's not really on it, like going out like that how it was before, because there's nowhere to go, or there wasn't.
I was gonna jump in there, so I'm gonna play devil's advocate. That's because we had the lockdown. Is that the reason why? Because obviously, kind of like stemmed down.
Definitely it plays its part, isn't it? If you ain't got nowhere to go, then you're just there, and you're a family, man. And it's a blessing, to be fair. Like for me personally, anyway, I found it to be a blessing to be at home and raising my kids properly, you know. Now that I've gone back to work, these last 2 weeks have been completely different to how it was before. So, now I'm trying to adapt. I'm like, like trying to balance both. But it's tough. It's a lot tougher now.
I say, okay, on to the next question. And I mean, that what you just saying there, it follows on. So basically, what sort of dad would you guys say you are? Are you a hands-on dad, or I let the missus do the majority of the work for now, and then when he gets a little bit older, then the man can do my thing, and you know what I mean, start walking, I can start doing my thing. You know what I mean? What sort of dad are you in terms of the household? Obviously, we say that we're helping out with the feeds and whatnot, but what are you doing? You know what I mean? Kind of thing. You know what I mean? What makes you?
Yeah, from my perspective, I would say that I do like the washing up if I can. That's like my thing. Hoovering, I do a little hoovering here and there. The cooking's mainly the missus. I would say I do a little sprinkles here and there, but I don't really take to like how she does. She's got a natural thing for it. She can just cook things quick. Whereas me, if I cook something, it takes like hours to do. I'm not prepared. I'm not organized. Even though it tastes good, but it takes a long time. She's always like, it takes too long, man. Like, let me just do it. And I was like, cool, like you do your thing. And it's the weekends, and then these times, then I'll like do whatever, I take my time. But in the week, she's like, oh, we need to eat at this time. So it's not really me that's doing that. Too tough. But yeah, I would say I'm definitely hands-on for sure. More hands-on this time around, like I said, but again, it could be pandemic as a reason for that. But yeah, I would say that I like to be hands-on, particularly in the early years. And actually, as they get older, I'm lesser. But in the early years, I want to connect that bond. When I make that bond, make sure like son knows that's daddy, like from early. And I feel like then everything just follows nicely from there. That's how I try to do, be hands-on as much as I can early on. Even though I wasn't able to do that in the first time, I would have ideally done that. But this time around, I'm trying to be really hands-on. So he knows, that's that. Yeah. Cool. And then, just take it from there.
Jam?
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying, really. It's like I'm more hands-on now, more getting up in the middle of the night, more just making her trying to rest more and stuff like that, because I'm working as well. So it's a thing of when I get home from work, I say, go and relax, or go see a friend, or go take 5 minutes, go for a walk or something. So I just take over and stuff. So I'll give her more time off. When with my first child, I wasn't doing that as much, maybe because I was younger or something like that. Or maybe because I was younger, I never really do that as much. But this one, it's like I'm not even fully, I wouldn't say fully invested, but now I'm older, I can give them more time and appreciate the little small things as well. So it's just now I find that I'm more hands-on with everything. As I said, the cooking, I try to do that to give her the evening off. So when I get in, I say, you relax. I've got him. I'll do the cooking. I'll do his bottles. I'll do this and I'll do that. And she can just chill and stuff like that. I know she gets up in the middle of the night because I work. So I know she gets in the middle of the night, so she'll have no sleep. So I try to take over when I get in until the nighttime kind of thing and give her a little rest and a little bite. So I think I'm more hands-on than my previous, I say, as I was my first child, I say. That's because, as I said, it's because we're in a pandemic, and plus I'll say it's because I'm older as well. So that's two combinations really. So yeah.
Oh, so me, yeah. With me now, it kind of echoing what the two guys have said already. I'm kind of, to be honest, with my first child, I didn't really appreciate how much the mother done before. To be honest, I don't know why I didn't really pick it up too much, but as I've got older, I kind of appreciate more what the woman has to do, and so I've tried to help out where I can. Like, at the beginning stage, I wasn't so hands-on with my son, but I was doing more with my daughter so that she didn't feel left out. So I'd be obviously taking her to school, picking her up, doing things with her, taking her out. Cause I know how it is when a new child comes along, the other kids feel like mother's got all their attention to the newborn, and they might feel that the mother don't really love them no more, sort of thing. So I try to spend more hands-on with my daughter more at the time. And now as my son's getting a bit older, where I could do a bit more with him, I've tried to help out with the feeds, changing. Yeah, when I come home from work, even if it's for an hour, take the baby so that she can just chill for a little bit. But more times she ain't even chilling, she's finding something else to do. You know, women, they don't like to chill for some reason. But yeah, so yeah. I would say I'm a lot more hands-on than I was with my first child, with my daughter. And yeah, I just try to help out where I can. Even if it's not with my son, it's doing something with my daughter.
Yeah. For me, I would say I've always been hands-on with my kids, but not as much as I wanted to. It's more of in-house. You know what I mean? Like when I'm in the house, then yeah, I'll do stuff with them, or like look after little man when Corinne's cooking, or I'll do the cooking one day and she'll go to sleep and early, and I'll stay in the sitting room with him, and you know what I mean, make her get a couple hours in, you know what I mean, stuff like that. But I think I need to work on the other stuff, like taking them out. Like she'll say, why don't you go and take them out? I'm like, I'll take them out where? Like, why am I taking them? But even though like she would just go and take them out, you know what I mean? That why don't I go take them out? You know what I mean? I don't know. You know what I mean? That's what I got to find and start doing stuff like that. Even though what Vance said, just to take Zyra and Bailey Ray, just take them out. You know what I mean? Go out with them, do stuff with them. You know what I mean? Just make sure they're not left out. Even though I know they not feel left out because they love their brother, but let's just show them, you get me, appreciate them and let them know that, yeah, come, let's go out. You don't also have to be with your brother all the time. Daddy can show you some love and take you out. You know what I mean? I think I've got to learn to do that a little bit more. You know what I mean? Hands-on stuff in the house. I'm always cooking, helping out, cleaning, washing up, staying up late, doing the bottles, washing them, and you know what I mean, changing nappies. You know what I mean? Sometimes I sacrifice my own work. You know what I mean? Just to help out in the house. You know what I mean? And do stuff. I mean, which is in a way not supposed to, but you know what I mean. Family comes first, as I see it. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. You know what I mean? So hands-on for me. But in the other hand, I could say sometimes I feel like to say, like even like down to cutting his nails, bro. I don't want to cut his nails. Like
that was me yesterday. That was me yesterday.
She's like, why don't you cut his nails? I don't want to hurt him. You're not gonna hurt him.
It's so soft.
Every time I try to do it, I'm too heavy-handed, man. I was like, I don't know. Like, I try the first nail, crying, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? I'm sorry, I can't. You have to do this. That's your thing. I leave it. I say, you know what? It's not me. It's you.
That's what I'm saying. One little thing you get to do, like me, like cutting them, they can't even do it, man. Chopping off the little man's fingers and that.
That's what I'm saying, man. It's bad.
Even though I'm not doing it, but I feel kind of like nervous. Even like to like clean his nose if he's got bowl with the cotton bud. I'm all holding my breath like that. trying to get it out. I'm like, you right, son? You know what I mean? I'm thinking, oh my god, this is torture. You know what I mean? Got cotton bud up man's nose, but them sort of things I've never like I'm doing now. You know what I mean? Before with the girls and that, they didn't really do it as much. I'd never cut their nails, but now I'm fully in it, cutting nails and getting a bogey out their nose, getting the little sucker thing for the throat if they've got like a little saliva or something. You know what I mean? Man's proper hands-on. So I would say I'm hands-on. And I think when he gets a certain age, I'm definitely going to wait for him to get, definitely like now, I want to wait for him to get a little bit bigger. You know what I mean? So he can walk and You know, I'm itching for that time. I'm itching for when he can walk because I'm going straight to that park. I'm getting that sight. I'm getting one of them little plastic wind floater balls, and me and them are going to be kicking till he falls asleep, boy. And, you know what I mean? That's exactly what I'm waiting for. You know what I mean? That's going to be the time. I can't wait. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that's very interesting from different perspectives from everybody in regards to, you know what I mean, if they're hands-on and how their situation is in at home. You know what I mean? So follow on to the next question. Do you think it is important in this day and age as parents compared to back in the day, for both parents to raise their kids together, or compared to back in the day when it was the dad working and the mum at home looking after the kids on their own? Who wants to start first, Vance?
So say that question again.
I said, do you think in this day and age is it important for both parents to raise their kids together rather than, you know, back in the day, majority of the time, mum will stay at home with the kid and then dad basically would just go work and come back home?
Well, obviously, times have changed now where women are a lot more independent and women want to have their own career as well. So it's good. I think it's good as well for kids to see that mum and dad can both work as well, because so that you, like, for example, your daughter, she can look up to what her mum's doing work-wise, you know. She don't see that her mum just staying at home and she's gonna grow up and she's just gonna stay at home as well, you know what I mean? So I do like the fact that both parents can go out and work, and obviously we know how it is going, well, especially in South London as well, or just in London in general anyway, with all this violence, with all this knife crime and all this gang stuff that's going on. So I think it's good that the dads are not just working and hardly get to see their kids. They're actually there for their kids as well, to spend time with their kids, because it's all good. Because you know what, sometimes I think as well, like in certain jobs, you might earn a lot of money and work a lot, but you might work a lot of long hours, and you're neglecting your kids because you're hardly seeing your kids. So sometimes you got to balance up things to see whether it's worth it. If it's better doing a lower paid job, but you're actually spending more time with your kids. And so yeah, I just feel like it's good that both parents can be there for their kids as well as work as well. So it's not just one your child only seeing one parent at a time sort of thing. So yeah, I like the idea that both parents can work and spend quality times with the kids as well.
Yeah,
man. I'm 100% with Vance on that. Yeah, I feel like with my first kid, I was working a lot, and like the second time around, and I feel like I missed some pivotal time in sort of molding him in terms of like just he's a bit rude now, and I feel like I didn't get because I wasn't there. Like he's like you're recent, like that's how he sees me. He's like you're only recently here, like you know what, like you're not a day one up. Like that's how he's looking at me. He's talking to me with the same energy, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, like you know where you have to I have to respect the fact that he's still like he's like nah, you can't really check for me like that. But like hopefully, like with my newest one, and even then I'm still trying to repair the damage of not being there as much because I was working these long contract hours, doing crazy stuff, coming at 10, 11, 12, going out drinking as well after work directly, like because I was in that finance, and that was just the culture. The culture is just just to go out, you drink there, and then come home and I'm just like it's like 11, like and like sleeping, and I didn't see him. So now, like I think it's particularly like touching on what Vance was saying about the whole sort of gang culture and everything. Like you see what's going on in the world. We all got black youths. We know like we need to do what we can to keep them off the roads, and also we need to be good, positive role models for them. Yeah. And the best way we can do that is by being there for them. You know, just being present. If we're present, then they're going to learn from us and all of the good stuff that we can give them, the teachings, the things that we've done wrong, and all of that. And obviously the balance as well of having mum and dad, the whole sort of like, obviously they're always going to have mum because mum's ultimately throughout the time's always going to be sort of looking after them. But now having mum and dad gives them that balance, you know. There's like I'm a strong believer that like for me growing up, I grew up in a household where actually there was a reverse, where my mum went to work and my dad stayed at home. So it was actually the reverse of that.
Yeah.
But I feel like you need that balance of having both parents there. And if you don't get that balance, then sometimes it can work out bad. Like, so when I look at the man that I know that grew up when they were younger, and I look at the ones that are in jail or worse or whatever, these men are people that had just one parent, you understand? And the roads raised them. The man that were in their circles were raising them, you understand? And this is like something that I'm big on. Like I look at them and I think, rah, like how you end up like that. And I say, I look at their family and the people that were around them. You're rolling around with a gang, and then you're a gang, and that's it. That's it. The gang is your family. And as soon as that happens, then that's it. So it's a very important, pivotal that as Black men, we're there for our kids, you know, if we can be, in whatever way that we can. Yeah, particularly for the boys. Obviously the girls, I know the girls are getting involved in these things as well now, but still I feel like it's the boys that really is very important for.
Yeah,
I agree with both, really. I always said to myself, a woman can only raise, especially a boy child, to a certain point, kind of thing. You know what I mean? They always need a man figure in the household for that discipline. Even though a woman can give discipline, don't get it wrong. I was raised by my mum, but I got discipline. But you only listen to your mum to a certain point, kind of thing. So if the father was there, my dad was there more often, I probably would have listened to him. So I use that in my life now, where I want to be involved in my child's life, kind of thing. And I want to be, he can come to me and talk to me about anything. I want to be that friend, but as well, I want to be that disciplinary, and I want to tell him from right from wrong and how to treat people, from either woman or to treat his work colleague or treat his friend and stuff like that. I want to be that person. So I believe it is important to have two parents in the household. I believe that fully. So yeah, I just agree with both of what they both said, really and truly.
For me, like, I grew up in a household with my mum. My dad was bit part. He was there, he wasn't there, he was coming in and out. But mum done the best she could, you know what I mean? I reckon anyway, raised 3 boys in Peckham. It's tough, you know what I mean? Mad tough.
Yeah.
But sometimes in a way, I think it's not really about the parents. I think it's about the individual as well at the same time, you know? Because when I grew up, I thought I wanted to be a bad boy. My parents and that thought, this guy's going to be the baddest guy. You know what I mean? They were worried. But I think it's the friends that you keep as well. You know what I mean? The friends on the outside, you know what I mean? Because I had football to fall back on. Like, the people that were playing football weren't really roadman. They were just footballers.
Yeah.
But obviously you had your friends that were kind of like couple man that you knew that on the road, you know, influence you, trying to influence you. But then you had your football to say, you know, I got football on Saturday. I gotta go home. I gotta go football. You know what I mean? And obviously, with your mum being there, like you said, Jamal, your mum only can raise you to a certain extent. I stopped getting beaten. I remember the day when mum beat me.
I remember the days.
And I remember the last day she beat me.
Yeah.
It's in my memory. It's still in my memory. She was beating me, and I just grabbed her hand and I said, "Nah, mum," and I put it down. And from that day, she knew
the same thing.
She knew she couldn't, like, you know what I mean? So if you had a father figure in the house, even though I'm not saying to beat, man, but you still got that sort of level of like fear in the house. Oh, damn, you get me caught, I can't really take the mick, or, you know what I mean? So in a way, sometimes it's definitely, I would say it's about 80% to have both parents in the household. But if you've got a strong Black woman that raised us, like majority of us did, you know, we all turned out fine, you know what I mean? Everyone's got families, everyone's got good jobs, everyone's doing well. So sometimes it's not all about just having 2 parents, but like what Vance and Liat was saying, in this day and age, you definitely got to have the 2 parents. I'm sorry, but you definitely got, like he's lot saying, the roads are mad. Like every day I'm seeing on the news, someone's dying. I'm thinking, a 16-year-old, like I'm like, wow, that could be anybody's son that I know, you know? It's sad, you know what I mean? And if they had, sometimes you obviously, like that parent there is like, I got to work. I don't know where my kid is. So he could be out and about on the streets or at his brethren, but I can't do nothing about it because I'm working 24/7. I've got to put food on the table. You know, she doesn't know what is going on with her son. You know what I mean? So if there is two parents in the household, even if like for us, when the oldest daughter wants to go out, but where she live? Okay, cool, we're taking you there. You know what I mean? I didn't have that. Oh, going out. Okay, cool, go on. You know what I mean? Just go on. You don't know you're going. You know what I mean? The mum, and you come in like early hours in the morning. My mum said she never used to sleep. No, I never used to sleep when you went out. I used to come in the house and the light was still on. I see it upstairs. And as soon as I bust the key and open the door, light off. She knows I'm safe. I'm in the house. Light goes off. I'm in the house. I'm safe. You know what I mean? But I don't want to have that on my children. You know what I mean? I want to be able to. Okay, I'm taking you to these parents. Give me the parents information. You're going to the parent. Okay, cool. You know what I mean? We got technology now that can track where you are. We've got that Snapchat. Well, let me see your location. Okay, you're saying you're there. You're there. You know what I mean? Like these kids think it's cool. Oh yeah, got my locations on. My friends can see me. Nah, man. That's really for the parents because the parents know where you are. So when you say you were somewhere, you're somewhere. You know what I mean? Because back in the day, we say, "You're going to blah blah." This time you're on the road, running around the place and doing a madness. Now we can see where our kids are. You know what I mean? That even like just to taking kids to school. Like I don't want my kids to be mixing kind of with other people. You know what I mean? Like on the buses and meeting. What? Like, Zara gets taken to school, picked up. You know what I mean? Taken to school in the morning, all them sort of things. There, so she avoid all that. So you don't see that. You know what I mean? That's a good thing. You know what I mean? Missing all that, getting in hype, different schools meeting, little beefing and that. That's all crazy for me. You know what I mean? So in a way, it is a good thing to have both parents. But I think it also depends on the people that are raising these kids. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like you said, Jamal, all of us, we all had kids young. Well, especially me, I had a kid young, and I didn't know what I was doing. You know what I mean? I was in and out.
Even me at 30, I had my first, and I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a clue, bro. I didn't have a clue. I still now I'm learning.
I think but even now it's like a learning curve because we're all got newborns, especially for me and Jamal and Vance. We're the oldest ones here. We're like back to square one again. We're like, what? This is
the gap is different from the first one. It's mad.
We're like, wow, this is mad. You know what I mean? All them plans that man had, that I'm gonna can't wait till the kids get older. I'm gonna go.
That's all.
I'm gonna go on the cruises and that, or the misses and that. That's all gone, bro. Got to start again. got slapped in the face and start again, bro. But yeah, man, I think that's all good though. But yeah, follow on from that into one of the next question is, follow into this one. You know, like all four of us right now, all football crazy, all football mad. You know what I mean? See me wear me Liverpool top, you know?
About my Arsenal, don't worry.
So,
I don't know how I feel about it yet.
As we all got sons, are you guys going to? Is it automatic for your sons to support the team?
I'll ask that question now. Yes. Let's done that question.
Is it automatic for you, or would you say, "Cool, I'll raise you watching football"? And then when you get to a certain age, I'll let you say, "Cool, Dad, I like blah blah." You know what I mean? And make him start trying to choose his own kind of team, have his own kind of thought. Or would you say, "Nope, you're Liverpool or you're Arsenal straight"? You're not having no say. This is, you know what I mean?
Your Arsenal.
Go on, Jamal. Go on.
Your Arsenal go somewhere else. Liverpool. My first son, he supported Chelsea, he supported Man United, Man City, he supported Man United, whoever was winning at the time. And I said, listen, I have one choice, you know. If I'm suffering, you're suffering as well. We're doing it together. But Arsenal. That's it. This one here, he has no choice. He's an Arsenal man. Okay, we're all suffering together. They have no chase, man. They have no chase.
You know what? I always said I don't want to force them, but I'll be taking him to Liverpool games, isn't it? No, he's gonna have no choice anyway. No one else. So, Because the funny thing is, yeah, my dad was a Tottenham fan, but he wasn't a football fanatic like that. But obviously, you know, in the 80s, he's from Jamaica. He was watching John Barnes a lot, innit? He was watching Liverpool a lot, even though he wasn't a Liverpool fan. Because of John Barnes, he was watching Liverpool a lot. And because I was used to see him on the TV, I was like, oh, I like this team in red, you know, they're all right, you know. And then I used to see John Barnes as well. I was like, oh, this guy's a sick player, you know. And even though I was a right footed, I used to just try dribble with my left foot just to be like John Barnes sort of thing. Yeah. So just from me watching them, because seeing my dad watching them on the TV and a lot, I just started to support them. So I'm hoping that's a trend for my son. I don't want to say, oh, don't force me to support Liverpool. No, you went to support them because you like them, innit? So that's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Yeah, I feel the same as Vance, to be honest. I don't want to force them, but I'm gonna like just just
nudge them
in the subconscious, like you're a little supporter. You know what I mean? Like drop little things here. You got to, you know what I mean? Oh, put that on, man. Or come watch this game. Or come watch this game with me. I'm going out to Palace to watch Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Come watch that, man. You know what I mean? Let's just plant the seed and see where it takes them, really. Because I don't want to like force them into a team and they don't really want to. You know what I mean? They're not really as passionate because I'm passionate about my teams. I don't want them to be that disheartened that I'm supporting Dad because Liverpool because Dad supports Liverpool. I don't really want to. You know what I mean? I want to support a team that he really likes. Because my older son, he likes Man United, and I can't really chat to him when it comes to football because I'm not in it. You know what I mean? Me and Man United, I'm just not in it. My mum supports Man United. I'm not in it either. You know what I mean? She can't talk to me. All them other fans, I'm just not in it. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I'll just allow him to plant the seed and see where it takes him. Liat, what you saying?
Yeah, well, it's funny, like, because obviously all Tao ever hears is be talking about Arsenal. So he's just like, oh, like whenever he sees a red kit, he always says, oh, is that Arsenal? Is that Arsenal, Daddy? Is that Arsenal? I'm like, no, you need to learn what the kit looks like. So I'm doing like little subconscious things. This is what you're doing. It's like, oh, but Daddy, my favorite color is blue. I said, yeah, but don't worry, we've got a blue kit. We've got an away kit. So this is how I get into him. He's like, oh, I didn't know you had that one. And then like, I get him and he's like, oh, that one's quite nice. I'm like, yeah, do you want me to buy it? And he's yeah, I would wear it if you bought it for me. And I'm like, okay, maybe I'll look at it at Christmas and I'll do it. Like, just I'm not even pushing it on him too tough. Like, I'm just showing him this is what Daddy likes. This is what's on the TV. He sees me watching it. He sees me. He knows what my team. He sees me wearing the colors. He's like, I don't really like red. So I'm like, cool. That's a bit of an issue, but I got the away kit. I can get him the away in it and just get him like that. So. That's how I do it. He's like, oh, I love blue. I love that type of that color of blue, that shade. Cool. We do the away kit, and then that's it. That's how I leave it. That's it. But if he were to support someone else, I would be upset. I can't lie. I can't pretend to say. I'm from North London originally. This is I didn't say it earlier, but yeah, I'm from North London originally. I'm from Angel Island. That's where I was born and bred there. My mum lives there still. You can walk to the stadium, to the Emirates, and just feel the vibe, the energy of all the fans. We're just walking up from Angel all the way up to Highbury. It's not that long. It's like a half an hour walk, but it's nice when the sun's shining. All the people there on the road. It's just nice. That nice sort of. You just feel the energy just transcending all the way. All of you there, you're going to heaven. Like literally, it's a different vibe. I'm telling you, the energy is beautiful. And ever since then, I started doing that walk there. I'm thinking to myself, I want my son to be doing that walk, so he can understand and feel that in his bones, like that feeling of being in and amongst the family, and we're all going there to the stadium. So I will definitely take him through that for sure. At the moment, he's not into it too tough. He started kicking ball himself, but once he gets into football properly, I'm gonna be all over it. When I'm going pre-season games in the season, Champions League, Cup, everything. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm gonna put a fund aside, just start putting money into it like this, and then just take him. Yeah, that's how I do it.
Sort of thing, yeah.
Of course, man. Yeah, well, on that note, guys, lads, it's been a pleasure, man. You know what I mean? So see if I can chop this up and you know what I mean, see what I can do with it and put it on, send it to you guys and see what you guys think, and then we'll see and talk again and we see what happens. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Nice.
Now for that, man.
That's for that, man. Yeah. Cool, brother.
Yeah,
all right, cool, lads.
That's up.
Yeah, we people.
Have a good night.
You too, man.
Take it easy, bro.